Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Dad, Team DKF. Talk to you guys a little bit about nationals and some of my experience, some of my thoughts, generally, mainly about meeting new people. I mean, I know that Yu-Gi-Oh players in general are an awkward social bunch in general. You know, and that's evident when Asian Persuasion, D. Carlos, and a couple friends of ours first walked to the building. There were lots of people who recognized us, but they were afraid to come and say hi. And I mean, you know, I'm not trying to be cocky or conceited, but you know, to some degree, there's that little bit of intimidation. It's like, you know, there's, you know, a big time Yugi-Tuber. You know, should we go say hi? I mean, come say hi to me. I mean, I want to meet you guys. I shook lots of hands and got to know some people that I'm subscribed to, you know, like Spoofy29 and 87 Show Enough. Got to meet Slimxteamsymmetry for the second time. First time was in Anaheim. What's up, boss? And, you know, it was really cool. I'm mainly making this video in response to Spoofy29's video. He was rather enraged at the behavior of some of the, you know, bigger name Yugi-Tubers at the event. I know for a fact that not Saturday but Friday at the event, I say after round one, I was on tilt because round one I played Gravekeepers and I was running Hieratics, and there's just not a damn thing I could do. I was already upset the night before, after having to turn my deck list in early that Friday after I got in line for registration, and I didn't get a chance to play test my deck, the changes I had made, and I went to the event completely unprepared. I hadn't tested my deck list thoroughly. I hadn't got to test the matchups I wanted, and so you know, I was just really pissy. And I know there was at least 3 or 4 people who came up to me and said hi. I'm like, hey, what's up? Yeah. And I kept, you know, kept it moving. And it's not a reflection of them, and that's generally not the kind of person I am. It's just that, you know, I'm human too, and you know, I was kind of pissy, and you know, and it was wrong of me to take it out on those 3 or 4 people that came out to me and spoke to me. On the other hand, you can generally see when somebody's upset, you know, especially me. When I'm upset, you know, I got my eyebrows furrowed, and I got this straight face. You know, if you see that on my face, it means something ain't right in Dubcade land. So, you know, and just know that it's not about you at all. It's just something that's pissing me off or something. But you know, later on that afternoon, especially after I entered the regional flights and I won one of them. You know, I was on cloud 9 and I was signing mats and doing interviews and just getting my ass kicked up and down the venue by different people on their channels. Speaking of which, if you recorded a duel with me or did an interview with me, please send me the link or make it a video response to this video, because I'd like to check that out, because I got so many names of people that I met and I've written it down, but I left it at the hotel back in Columbus. I'm a little salty because I want to really give out some shout outs to some really interesting people that I met. I don't even remember, there's a guy there, he's probably watching right now. I didn't get a chance to go and get anything signed by all the voice actors, but the guy had a German Blue Eyes White Dragon that he got signed by the Kaiba voice actor, and he gave it to me. I mean, that's legit, and that's love right there. I mean, because first of all, I love foreign cards, and you know, they were only signing a couple of cards at a time, and he gave me one of them. You know, that's like not so much once in a lifetime opportunity to get your stuff signed, but I mean, once in a long time opportunity, and he actually gave me one of his cards, a foreign card signed. So, I mean, that's, you know, I appreciate gestures like that. I don't even know how to make up for a gesture like that, especially since I don't know the gentleman's name. So if you're watching, you know, just comment below, man, because that really touched me that she did that. Dan, you guys that are hating on Dan from Underworld 6667, you guys to understand that his persona, you know, is 50% act, 50%, you know, Canadian. I met a lot of Canadians up there from at the event, and I don't know if it's in the water or if it's because how funny their money looks. But they are all weird and obnoxious and kind of standoffish. But after sitting down with Dan and Devin, especially Dan, for a couple of hours, that dude mellowed the hell out. I mean, you would never know it was the Dan from the videos. I mean, he was like speaking in hushed tones, and he wasn't loud, very polite. It was just weird. This is like, yeah, this is the real Dan. And also from sitting there, I got to realize that actually the roles were reversed, because you watch their Underworld 667 videos with Devin. It's always you know, Dan being all obnoxious and loud, when in actuality behind closed doors, or not. No, I shouldn't have said that. When the camera isn't rolling, it almost seems as though Devin's wearing the pants. Because Devin's a character. I mean, he's a really cool dude, but that dude's a character. And, you know, it's really cool hanging out with him. Some people that I spent some time with, I already said Smooth 29, 87 Show Enough. That dude, he always got something random in his hands. Definitely go check out his channel. I don't know really what else to say about it. Just that I know a lot of people, you know, had the chocolate-covered pretzels running down their eyes. If you don't know what the chocolate-covered pretzels, you know, it's the sweet, salty tears coming out of their eyes because they weren't treated the way they felt they should have, or, you know, somebody rubbed them the wrong way. I mean, you know, there was at least 2,000 people. I know only 1,600 or something like 1,200 or whatever amount was at the event, but there were a lot of people there who were just there to hang out, do the LCQs, do the winter mass, this and that. So there's well over 2,000 people there. And you know, a lot of times, you know, I'd run into somebody and say, hey, it's FK Dad, you know, and I'm already focused on going over there because I just told somebody, hey, I'll be right back, I'm going to go take care of this, I'll be right back. So, you know, if I'm focused going over there and then somebody over here is like trying to get my attention, I'm like, oh, yeah, hey. And then, you know, I'm focused over there. And maybe that's my fault. Maybe I should have been like, come with me. You know, I'm going over here to see these guys. Why don't you come meet them with me? You know, but again, I'm human and I don't always look at it that way. So just be mindful of that. And just be mindful that, you know, myself, Asian Persuasion, Red Team DKF, we are perfectly approachable, you know, when we're at these events. I mean, as you can tell, I didn't record much of anything at that event. I got shut down Friday night, and you guys probably saw the video. Apparently, Konami knows who I am. They know what's going on in Yugi-Tubing, because the Konami officials knew who I was. I mean, that's cool, and you know, I can pat myself on the back that, you know, Konami knows who I am. But at the same time, it also means that, you know, they got an eye on me. So, you know, I couldn't be sneaky like a lot of other people were doing, you know, recording shit. Because, I mean, there weren't too many, you know, middle-aged black guys there. So, you know, I stuck out like a roach on top of a pile of white rice at that event. So I couldn't exactly be sneaky and record shit the way I wanted to. So, down below, I want you guys comment about your experiences either meeting myself or other Yugi-Tubers at events. Do you understand that, you know, we are human and we may not always put our best foot forward? And if you do have a bad experience when you meet a Yugi-Tuber, did you consider that maybe something else was going on? Did you later try to approach that person, you know, especially if you could see that they were in a more jovial mood? You know, because, you know, I'll tell you what, you get to these events and You know, I had some, you know, weird things going on, you know. People follow me into the bathroom. I'll go down to the food court at the other end of the convention center. And people walking with me, you know, that's cool. You know, we're chit-chatting. And then I go sit down and people chit-chatting, okay, and I'm eating. And, you know, people are like right here talking to me while I'm eating. I'm like, you know, oh man, some element while I eat. You know, I'm cool talking, but, you know, give me a couple feet while I eat. You know, it's that kind of thing. So, you know, just let me know what you think. It's Dub K Dad, and I'm out.